Well, what is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Today on the table in front of us, we have something I'm really excited about. This is the Berg Blades Iron Wolf. Now, I have had a number of Berg Blades knives. This, though, is by far my favorite. I love the overall shape. Oh, I actually have a snail trail on that already. I've been carrying this thing like crazy. One of these days I'm going to decide if I'm just a collector or if I'm just going to continue to carry and use these things, but so be it. So anyway, this is an older knife. It's been around for a couple of years at this point, but I finally got my hands on one, and I am very, very happy about that. This is made by and again designed by Berg Blades, and it is just an excellent monster. It really is. The action is superb. The fit and finish are flawless. Let's take a look at what you get. Shall we? Yeah, let's do that. So you end up here. You get 1, 2, 3.5 inches of cutting on 4 inches of S35 VN. The overall knife, if I move it down here to our actual measuring area, sorry about that, we are looking at 8 3/4, actually just under 9 inches in overall length. This is not, by any stretch of the imagination, a small knife. And by way of example, here it is up against the Benchmade Bug Out. And as you can see, it just overwhelms the Bug Out. Bug Out is a tiny knife by comparison. Our large knife comparison today is just a personal favorite. This is the ZT-0562. This is very similar in dimensions, of course, to the Hinderer XM18. In fact, it's virtually the same in length. And that, I hope, helps give you an idea of how big exactly this Berg Blades Iron Wolf really is. I like big knives. There is no question. And this is that, but it is done so beautifully. I mean, look at the blade. It's got this just gorgeous fuller. It's got a beautiful swedge across the top. The edge is just perfect. It is, well, if you like a monster knife that is elegantly done, this is one really good way to go. Now, these are actually excuse me, I'm rocking the table. I'm actually outside, so the light's going to be a little different, and this table that I'm on is not exactly super stable, so if there's a little wiggle, I do apologize. They're about $295. Which is not inexpensive, but for the amount of knife you're getting, you're not going to hear me complain. This one has... There are two models. There is a Stonewash, and then there's the Bead Blast. And the Stonewash has a black carbon fiber, and this has kind of a bronze carbon fiber. Now, I'm not a huge bronze fan, but in this little bit of touch, this little pop of color, I'm okay with that. It's got a beautiful backspacer, an excellent pocket clip, although it is a little tight. Just something to be aware of, which is weird for such a large knife. The jimping across the back of the blade means that it is easy to squeeze and really good to use. And of course, it has this really generous sharpening / finger choil if you need to choke up. Let's see how thick that steel is on that blade, shall we? There we go. This is 4 millimeters of S35 VN, which is a really, really nice thick blade, but it comes down to a very nice edge. If we go ahead and change this to inches, the handle is just about 0.6, just under. So a little over ½ inch at its thickest point, which of course is not too bad. It's not great, but like I said, it's a big knife. And again, the action on this thing is just superb. Let's go ahead and weigh it out. Oh, there's that camera rocking again. I'm so sorry about that, guys. If we put this here, I think you'll be able to see it. All right, magic scale. Let's see what we have to say for ourselves. 6.3 ounces. It is a heavy knife. But again, it's a monster. So I love this thing. And I know that some of you will and some of you won't. Oh, excuse me. I see we've actually moved the whole mat. Let's go ahead and adjust that. There we go. Some of you will and some of you won't. And that's okay. It is really big. I also happen to have the Berg Blades Iron Pup, which is right here. Now, as you can see, the Iron Pup is considerably smaller than the Iron Wolf, but this is an excellent small knife. Now, this is going to get its own review and overview. This one actually belongs to Women Carry Knives because it is perfect for her. I love this thing. I really do, and I am very glad to have one added to the collection. Berg, as a designer, makes some really fascinating and interesting knives. We, of course, as a company, makes fantastic knives. That combination is just really beautiful. I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap that up at this point. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Berg Blades Iron Wolf. I, of course, have been a Therapeutic Edge. You have been my amazing audience. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask down in the comments below. We'll see you next time.